You know, so this is the runway light, I call it. So if you're on a runway surface, landing light needs to be on. Strobe is anytime you're moving and your engine's on. Nav, sunset, sunrise, ice, you don't really ever use.
Okay.
So yeah, just forward takeoff low is just the J. So boost, fullest tank, mix rich, flaps 50, recirc off, engine page up, landing light on.
Right.
So as it goes around, up, and across.
Right.
And now we're holding short. I don't see anyone on final. We're ready to call.
CIrrus Tower, CIrrus November 344 Delta Golf, holding short, runway 18.
CIrrus 344 Delta Golf, CIrrus Tower, eastbound departure approved, runway 18, clear for take.
East departure approved, runway 18, 4 Delta Golf.
CIrrus Tower, Archer 2112 November, 8 nautical miles to the west, inbound on a visual approach.
Archer 2112 November, Georgetown Tower, join left downwind, correction, join right downwind, runway 18.
We'll join the right downwind for runway 18, Archer 12 November.
Sierra Kilo is left downwind, request short approach, touch and go 18.
November 31 Kilo, short approach approved, clear touch and go runway 38, or runway 18, traffic report.
Short approach approved, and clear for touch and go 18, Sierra Kilo.
Alright, airspeed's live, gauges are all in the green.
November 38 Charlie Tango via direct to a left base, runway 18, clear to land.
Clear to land via direct, left base for 183 Charlie Tango.
Why does it do that? Do you feel that?
Yeah, it's the nose wheel spinning down. So the nose wheel's moving, and then when it stops, it shudders because it's on a free castering system. So it just makes your nose shake.
All right.
One of my students calls it the CIrrus shudder, or the CIrrus shimmy, or something like that. Which I think is fitting.
November 237, what is your on-course heading?
Southeast, about a 114 to 2237.
Okay, I had you down for south. November 344 Delta Golf, Georgetown Tower, traffic off to your left side, climbing through 2,300 southeastbound.
Insight.
Traffic inside, 4 Delta Golf.
Roger.
You just directly off your left.
Alright.
Alright, and 500 feet, we'll remember our caps, flaps, and maps. Caps is available, flaps are up, we'll go to maps, and we can go ahead and get on course to
So he's off my left though, did he already pass? I didn't see him.
Yeah, you can turn left, you're good. He's going to be higher than us and ahead of us. When you roll out, you'll see him.
Okay.
He's not like dangerously close, he's over 1,000 feet above us. So if you look way up there into the left.
November 523 and Kilo, fly runway heading for traffic.
Fly runway heading, look 3 Kilo.
Alright, let go of the stick, make sure that it's climbing at VY. Try to bring it down.
Yeah, bring it down.
There you go. That's something I've noticed a lot of students doing. They'll set the autopilot and then they'll continue to like force the stick to what they want to do. So I tell them, if this is going to be set, you need to let go. Or just let it do what it's going to do, just because it's a habit. You don't want to like, you know, lose control of the airplane or anything like that.
To the airport.
Direct to the airport, via Charlie Tango.
I got a better idea.
Georgetown Tower, Archer 2112 November, right downwind, midfield, runway 18.
Archer 12 November, join the left, the right downwind, and then proceed northbound, extend downwind, number 3. I'll call your track.
Extend downwind, number 3, 12 November.
November 31 Kilo, after you pass downtown, fly left, traffic.
After downtown, right traffic, 3 Kilo. Left traffic, 3 Kilo.
November 31 Kilo, affirmative, left-hand traffic.
And Georgetown Tower, 58 minutes, November, continue for full.
Should I put these on?
Air Commander 90 November, number 2, traffic is a mile and a half straight ahead, runway 18, clear to land.
Number 2, clear to land, 90 minutes. Georgetown Tower, Archer 3 Charlie Tango is final, looking clear.
November 3 Charlie Tango, still clear to land runway 18.
Clear land 18, 3 Charlie Tango, thanks.
Archer 2112 November, off your nose, 1 mile, southbound, Air Commander, 2,000 feet.
12 November, we're looking.
Roger, are you due northbound or slightly northeastbound?
Slightly northeast, full correction.
Roger, he's immediately off your right side, traffic alert to your right.
12 November, we have that traffic at our right wing.
Air Commander 12 November, turn base to follow that traffic.
We'll follow that traffic, 12 November.
Air Commander 12 November, number 2, runway 18, clear to land.
Number 2, 18, clear to land, 12 November.
So
November 3 Charlie Tango, turn left to taxiway, Juliet, Canada.
Left on Juliet, contact.
Kinda.
short timers disease, we used to call it.
Yeah.
When we were leaving
Yeah.
jobs.
Yeah, everyone keeps saying short timer. I've never heard that phrase before. What does that mean? Is it just like people who are there for a short time, or like you only have a short time left?
You only have a short time left.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
November 31
Yeah, it's like the third time I've been told that in the past day, so now that makes sense.
Cherokee on a 2-mile
Yeah,
final.
kind of. I don't know. I'm sad to
Stand down
leave.
and looking for Cherokee,
But I don't know what I'm really ready for yet, either. Ooh. I'm mostly trying to get through today with my last student having his check ride and everything I've got going on, and there's just a lot going on today. I feel like it'll hit me a lot later and be like, oh, you're actually leaving, because right now it doesn't feel like I'm leaving at all, I just feel normal.
Right.
traffic in sight, 31 kilo.
November 31 kilo, number 3, runway 18, clear lane.
18, number 3,
clouds over here.
18 cleared for land.
November 31 kilo, correction, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go, 18, 31 kilo.
Georgetown Tower, this is Cyber 4308 Kilo, northeast, coming from the northeast, about 8 miles out, with information, Lima.
November 430 kilo, Georgetown Tower, squawk 0622.
0622, 0 Kilo.
November 0 kilo, I missed part of your transmission. Verify uniform and site type landing.
Uniform and full stop, 0 Kilo.
November 0 kilo, thank you. Air Commander 90 November, turn left either on the runway there, which is preferable, or golf, and contact ground.
Left on 11, contact ground.
Ground is 119.12.
Thank you.
November 0 kilo, fly direct left base, runway 18.
Direct base, left 18, 0 Kilo.
Georgetown Tower, Archer 423, Papa Alpha, holding short at runway 18 at Alpha, ready for departure.
November 423, Papa Alpha, Georgetown Tower, landing track.
Georgetown Tower, helicopter 58, Lima Echo. We are 7 miles to the south, requesting east ramp arrival.
November 12 November, turn left at Juliet and contact ground.
Left Juliet, contact ground, 12 November.
Helicopter 58 Lima Echo, Georgetown Tower, east ramp, arrival approved, wind 17011.
Approved, and we have information in uniform.
Thank you. November 0 kilo, runway 18, there will be traffic departing ahead of your arrival, clear to land.
Clear to land, 0 Kilo.
Alright, we'll actually have some decent cloud coverage today. It'll be interesting. We'll do some high F DME Arcs.
Okay.
But what we're going to do first is we did not do unusual attitudes last time, did we? I think that was one thing we missed.
I don't think we did. Well,
Yeah.
no, we did one.
We did? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go through a couple
November
of those.
423 Papa
Where's your
Alpha,
syllabus?
proceed on course eastbound, runway 18
Where's your
clear for
syllabus?
takeoff.
What
That's in my
pocket?
bag, in the back.
Sweet.
Ready for takeoff.
I got it.
Clear for takeoff.
So,
1-8.
I'll know if I
423
marked it or
Papa.
not.
November 31 Kilo, fly right traffic.
Cuckoo. Okay. So,
Alright,
level off to
traffic clear,
5,500, do a cruise checklist, and then we'll start working into some more stuff. Too far back. Alright, if you want to disconnect autopilot for me and hand fly.
Okay.
Sweet. We're going to do some timed turns and compass turns, and then go through unusual attitudes and some failures, work our way over to College Station, do a DME Arc or two, an approach, and then on our way back we'll knock out the last of the items in here. So, what we're going to do first is we're going to work on some timed turns. So what a timed turn is we were kind of talking about it last time. A standard rate turn is going to be 2 minutes for 360 degrees of a turn. So we're going to do some just left 360s, and we're going to try and make
number 2 behind
the heading or stop on our original heading right at 2 minutes by using our timer. So if you want to center your heading bug on, let's do east. So 090, and then you go to the bottom of your PFD there, it says TMR REF, time reference,
Yep.
right there, you've got your timer. So we're going to hold 5,500 feet, and we're going to do a standard rate turn to the left. When we do the standard rate turn to the left, we should be on a heading of north at about 30 seconds, west at 1 minute, south at 1 minute and 30 seconds, and then east back at 2 minutes. So you can kind of calculate the times between all 4 of them if you're good at math, and just predict, am I where I should be? Am I too fast? Am I too slow? So we'll go ahead and you can just put your finger on the enter button. When you're ready, roll yourself into a left standard rate turn.
45, runway 17, clear for the option, winds at 170 to 10.
Make a 45, clear for the option 17, we're final first, clear down.
November 75, November Georgetown.
Romeo Kilo, thanks for your help out there. It'll be a left on Bravo, this week's ramp.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, Tower, if I didn't read it back, make a 45, clear for the option, runway 17.
Yes, sir, thank you. And the winds are 17010.
Feel unbalanced.
One 6895, hold short of runway 17, landing traffic.
Alright, not bad at all. Alright, doing back to the right.
So I forgot to reset it. Can I reset?
Yeah, that's fine.
Get back down to my altitude.
We have 16895, caution wind turbulence from Potty Beach Jet, winds are 1, make that 210 at 10, then variable 170 to 240, clear for takeoff, at right turn out northwest bounds approved.
Clear for 17895.
Mega 45, contact Houston approach 134.3.
Mega 45, over to approach, we'll talk to you in a little bit.
Alright, good job. Alright, I don't really need to instruct you more on those. I feel like you've got it down pretty well. Your speed, altitude, and time were all just spot on. So now we're going to make it a little bit harder, and we're going to do steep turns under the hood. Have we done these before?
Yeah.
We have? Okay. So just give me a set of steep turns under the hood, and...
Do I need full fuel mixture?
Yeah, so your boost pump's on. You can bring your mixture full rich for steep turns. And your power should be set all right. We want to be at 120 knots and holding 5,500 feet. So your power's set pretty well, just let your nose come back down.
Yeah.
There you go.
I need to set take the things off.
Sure, so to do that, you're going to take your FMS knob,
Oh yeah.
switch it to AUX, AUX, and then little knob, scroll down to System Setup, the 5th one, I think. Yeah, right there, next one. System Setup, alright, hit Setup 2. So on the screen, Setup 2, alright. Click the knob in, scroll down to Enabled, and little knob, go over to Disabled. Alright, and then hit Enter, and hit Home. Awesome.
Okay.
Alright, so get us back to east, down to 5,500, and we'll do some steep turns.
Easterwood Tower, 9291 uniform on the south ramp, departing southwest and Wayne Hotel.
That's 9291 uniform, taxi runway 17 via Lima Alpha.
17 via Lima Alpha, 929, 1 uniform.
This information in use now. Current use to altimeter is 2988, 2988.
Alright. Looks good. When you're ready.
Alright, 130 is okay, the speed?
Yeah, it's alright. About 72% power will probably keep you at about 120 during the turn, which is fine. Good. And go the other way. Good job. Alright, not bad.
Lost a little bit of altitude on that one. But
Just rolling into the turn, don't forget to pull your nose and keep a little bit of nose up trim. Other than that, both those were good. They would totally pass. Alright, good job. So let's talk about, I was going to do partial panel, and then I realized I didn't bring anything for a partial panel, so you'll just do that next time. So we're going to go into just talking about VORs, VOR tracking. We did that last time, talked about the actual tracking. I'm going to go through with you how to do a VOR check. So using the College Station VOR, we're going to do a VOR check on 344 Delta Golf. So if you want to go ahead, you can get autopilot set up. So we can just do flight level or heading mode, and then flight level change, and then autopilot. And that way, flight level change should take us. So we'll keep our heading.
okay.
And it'll take us to our altitude and flight level change and switch to ALT. Alright, so what we are going to do is we're going to go look up the frequency for the College Station VOR.
Having a hard time seeing it because of all the.
So look for the box. It'll probably be a little bit out to the side. Yeah, there's a lot going on this one.
I can punch it in here. That'll be easier.
Sure.
It's cheating, but. Oops.
You can also just click on it.
Well, yeah. It was...
Eastwood Tower, 929, 1 uniform, pulling short of runway 17, ready for departure.
Number 929, 1 uniform, Eastern Tower, runway 17, clear for takeoff, right turn off to the southwest, approved, wind to 2010.
Yeah, 113.
0.3. Alright, so we need to tune identify, and so we're going to put in, yep, nav 1133. Alright, and then we're going to do nav 1, and it should come up there and just say CLL in a moment. Alright, you hear it? Yep, so did you hear the Morse code?
I did, but...
Very vaguely.
Okay.
Yep, so that's Morse code. Alright, so now hit your CDI over there, and it should say CLL.
Right.
And it's in green. Awesome.
Yep.
So now we need to put the same frequency, which is already in nav2 standby, into nav1, or into nav2 active. So hit nav.
Oh yeah.
Alright, switch down, flip them. Cool. So now you've got two CLL. So at your CDI, go to CDI number 2. Alright, and again, it should just say, CLL. Two. First. There we go. Alright, so you got CLL and CLL. So both of them have been identified. We can even listen to it if we want on nav2. Good enough. So now we need to set our course direct to both of them and see what the degrees of difference is. So CDI 1, we're going to hit course and we're going to center it. That's 087. CDI 2, course, and center it, 087.
Okay.
So the difference between the two is 0. So dual 087 and 087. So this is our VOR test record. It lives in the back of the book.
Okay.
So you put the date, the VOR. It's a dual test because you're using VOR 1 and VOR 2 and you're trying to see the difference of them. So it has to be within 6 degrees of each other. So these are within 0. So 087, 087. So plus minus 0. And then I just sign it over here.
So can I do that
You can.
well?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And how far are we from it? 25 nautical miles?
Yeah.
Which is fine.
26.
So that is how we do that.
Okay.
Cool. All right, so there are a couple different ways we can do this too. So that's called a dual VOR check. We can do a VOT receiver check. We can go to a ground station and do a check there, or we can create our own airborne VOR check. The way I almost like to do it is go on your iPad, and if you go on your iPad and you put 2 fingers on there, so we'll hit close, find us in the VOR. So drop 1 on the VOR, and like 1 on us. You can do a little better than I can, and see what the course direct to the VOR would be.
Um, 94.
Okay, so 094. So if we go here, course, and we center 089. So this one might not be the most accurate way to do it, but an more accurate way to do it would be if we look down and we find a point underneath us on the ground, and then we went on a sectional and drew a direct course kind of like that, and then we flew over that point, and whatever the VOR receiver is reading should be about accurate. So that's a test that you can create yourself, but the most common one is just a dual VOR, just like we did, using nav 1 and nav 2 tuned into the exact same source.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to put this in the back of the book because it has been complete. That is how you do a VOR check.
Okay.
Which is something they'll ask you on a check ride as well.
The Skyhawk 624 Tango Alpha with information India, 10 miles to the south inbound for landing.
Alright, so now what I want us to do is
624 Tango Alpha,
I want to go track and intercept the 300 radial from the College Station VOR. So the 3001 radial.
Roger for full stop. We'll report on midfill for left downwind for 17.
30.
Yep, 300 radial.
Okay, yeah.
Alright.
The from, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can go turn to intercept that course. See how the needle's off to the left?
You want me to just autopilot?
Yeah,
or?
you can just use the heading bug if you want, or use your hand, whatever you want to do. Cool, and so we're watching our ground track there, and we're putting it on the top of that green needle, just to try and get it to intercept our course.
Right.
So the needle should start coming back in. When it does, we will turn inbound to track that radial.
Okay.
Eagle 45, Eastern Tower, runway 17, you clear for the option, winds are 1808.
Eagle 45, clear for the option, runway 17.
Bring us back down to 5,500. Or are we going to be too close to the clouds?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Alright, and if it's not coming in quite fast enough,
So
you can
turn
even
tighter. Yeah.
Yep, turn a little more into it. Just be ready when it actually starts moving.
Yeah, because it'll move
get yourself
quick
in.
sometimes.
It will. Yep. That it will.
So ESP selected off?
Yep, so that's your electronic stability protection.
Oh, okay.
The thing that we
Yeah,
turn off.
Station Tower, 624 Tango Alpha on the downwind for 17 reporting midfield.
Number 4, Tango Alpha, you're going to be number 2. You're following the beach jet on a 2-mile funnel. Just advise when you have the military jet in sight.
Roger. Following the military jet, will advise when in sight.
Alright, so go ahead and turn your heading almost all the way to your inbound course.
Eastwood Tower, Skywagon 4024 Yankee, north ramp, hold short of Alpha, India taxi, or Northwest Departure.
And November 4024 Yankee taxi, runway 17 via Lima Alpha, you said northwest, I'm sorry?
That's affirmative, Northwest, and taxi 17 via Lima Alpha, 24 Yankee.
Awesome. Looks
Caller
good.
Station Tower, 624
so now
Tango Alpha,
I want to
report
go,
military jet in sight.
I want to go
Tango Alpha,
intercept
thank
the
you. Runway 17, clear land,
090
winds are
radial from the
17014.
Okay.
Roger, clear to land, 624 Tango Alpha.
090.
I'm sorry, I said that wrong. The 270.
Oh,
270.
sorry, 270.
There we go. Cool.
Okay.
Eagle 45, you can contact East Approach 1343.
Eagle 45, I heard the first, y'all have a good weekend.
You too, thank you. Come back, see his team right off.
Will do.
Alright, and let's go ahead and get set up for a DME Arc. So, we're going to walk through this. We can switch our tanks if need be. Alright, so we're going to do a DME arc off of the 090 radial on the 10 DME from College Station. So, to get this set up, first we need to know our DME from the station. The only way we can really do that in this airplane is to use our GPS. So if you want to hit direct, and then just CLL, not KCLL. Awesome, and enter. Alright, now your DME is right there. We're at 6 miles actually, so we're not going to have enough time to re-intercept the radial. So here, I'll turn you out and we'll come back in and do it. Alright, and then I want you to just walk me through how you get yourself set up for a DME arc. So if we're going to start, the clearance is going to be CIrrus 344 Delta Golf. You're going to arc 10 miles west of the College Station VOR, starting on the 270 radial all the way to the 180 radial, report entering the arc. So kind of draw that out in your head.
So we're going to have to go out a little ways and turn back around.
Yep.
And we're going to come in on
on
west
radial
270. And then once I get to 10 miles out, I'm going to turn right 90 degrees and then tune 10, turn 10 all the way around to...
Cool.
What?
Cool, yeah.
Okay. Tune 10, turn 10 all the way around to... What degree did you say?
The 180,
The
so
180.
south.
So we're just basically doing half the loop.
Yeah,
right?
so we're just arcing from west to south.
Okay, yeah. So you want us to be 10 miles out, you said?
Yes.
Alright.
We're kind of debating. We might just do 5 miles because it'll go a little faster. Yeah, I think we might just do the 5 mile one. It's normally what I do at Huge Springs. So I'll go get us established on this radial, but I'll give you a couple miles hopefully to get established on it. Alright, so it's coming back in.
Before Tango Alpha, you can have the left turn on runway 29, left on Charlie, and remain asphyxiant taxi to the ramp.
Down 29, left on Charlie, 624 Tango Alpha. We'd like to go ahead and taxi back for departure on 17.
Alright, so whenever it gets us on the radial, I want you to disconnect and hand fly the approach.
Okay. Departing to the southeast, and Charlie Lima Alpha.
So hand fly it?
Yep. So you can disconnect the autopilot. We'll hand fly the arc at 5,500 feet. Cool. Alright, we're on the 270 radial. We're due west. We're going to arc all the way to the 180 radial.
Okay.
Tower, Skywalker 24 Yankee ready, full length 17.
Skywalker 24 Yankee, runway 17, clear for takeoff.
Right, there's 5
right turn on
miles.
northwestbound approved, winds are 17014.
So I gotta turn, turn 90, right?
Watch your back.
Frontier lady.
So don't turn 90 degrees.
Skywalker 24 Yankee.
Yeah, 90 degrees
I'm not working
south.
today, I forgot.
Yeah.
Roger that. We're always working.
Gives it 5,500.
Yeah, my real gig, I using that call sign for some reason.
Copy that.
Have a good one.
Alright,
You too.
good. So now we need to tune our needle to the inbound course to make it easiest.
Right.
Altitude.
Alright, and tune 10.
Yep. Good. And then we'll turn 10. So 170. Alright, and then we'll work ourselves back to 5,500 feet.
And at 5 miles, right?
Yeah. And so yeah, if you just keep going on this heading, your distance will build. So you can tune 10 right now, but you don't have to turn 10 if you want to increase your distance. So it's CDI again. Alright, that works. And see how your distance is building again?
Right.
Alright, work us back down to 5,500.
Yeah, definitely a lot different than doing it myself.
Alright, fully deflected, so hit course button, and then tune 10, 060. So, yep, 050. Oh, wrong way. 050. Oh, too far the other way. 050. One click. There we go. Alright, coming back out to 5 miles. So on this next one, we'll turn 10. So use your heading bug to turn 10 degrees left, and then we'll tune 10. 040. Alright, then take your heading bug, turn 10. So it should be about 150. Yep. Cool. So just keep that heading. So you're not doing anything right now. You're letting that needle fully deflect.
Right.
I think we're a little behind on the turn now, so no, don't do that yet because the needle hasn't fully deflected. So you want to turn to 140, hold us there. Let's do 130 because we're getting a little too far.
Right.
Alright, roll wings level, let the needle fully deflect, then you do turn 10, then tune 10. So we're going to be on heading 130. Alright, it's fully deflected, turn 10, 120, tune 10.
Tower 624 Tango Alpha. Request squawk code for flight following back to...
Alright, so we're going to use our heading bug next.
Back to West Houston Airport.
So turn 10, so it's fully deflected. 110, tune 10, hit course. Cool, 010, good. Alright, just watch that heading. So that's why I say your heading is way more important than really tuning. Alright, so now when this ends up on the reciprocal of the radial you were told to stop on, which was 180. So the reciprocal is going to be 360. That's when you just turn inbound.
Right.
Alright, so the needle's fully deflected, turn 10. 0, yep. Tune 10.
Number 624 Tango Alpha, Houston approach close on 134.3.
There's 0, so you just turn inbound on your course. So give me a left-hand turn all the way to join that radial. So it's a new 90-degree turn to end
Eastwood
the procedure.
64 Tango Alpha, 134.3, squawk 4213.
Tango Alpha, just advise the tower when you're ready to go. Wagon 24 Yankee, fix change groove, you have a great weekend.
Alright. There we go. So it happens a little bit faster with the 5 mile one, doesn't it?
It's
much faster.
A lot faster.
All right, so let's go let's go back to the south. So give me a heading about 210. We're going to start on this radial, but we're going to go out to 10 miles, and we're going to do a 10-mile arc instead of a 5-mile arc. I think the 10-mile one will move a little bit slower.
Yeah, I felt like I was behind the curve on that because I didn't practice them that close.
Yeah, it just goes much quicker with the like closer in distance you are. Alright, so we're at 4 right now, so we are going to just fly outbound. We'll go to 10 miles, so if you're going to put our power up to about 75%, it'll get us there faster, and we'll get set up to join the inbound radial, and then we'll arc all the way to the north.
Okay.
Ardmore, Sam 590, Eastwood Airport, Skyhawk 624 Tango Alpha, ready to depart runway 17. Sam.
Remember, 624 Tango Alpha, runway 17, clear for takeoff, left turn out southeast bound, approve.
Roger, clear for takeoff, 624 Tango Alpha.
17, left-hand turn out to the southeast, approved.
Thank you, and the winds are 16010.
Thank you.
So we're coming back in on the 27.
No, we'll come back in on the 180 radial. So we'll turn around and we'll follow that in, and we're going to arc all the way to the north.
Tower, good afternoon. Commander 4275 doing the visual approach for runway 17.
Commander 4275, Eastern Tower, good afternoon. Runway 17, you're clear to land. Winds at 170 gust 17.
Clear to
Actually,
land,
give me a
runway
left turn
17,
heading
Commander
south
4275.
Far enough away.
Eastwood Tower plot is 219 Tango X-ray at main FBO with India, and we're ready to taxi.
It's 219 Tango X-ray, Eastern Tower, good afternoon. Taxi runway 17 via Lima Alpha. What's your direction of flight?
17 Lima Alpha will be going to Austin Alpha Uniform Sierra.
Staying westbound to Austin?
Yeah, that's firm.
Thank you. You want to fly following?
And then do you want, we're going to go left, right?
Yep.
To the east?
Yeah, so we'll get you established on the radial,
put us in for
but I'm going to give you more time on the radial to get set up. So we're going to try and intercept the radial heading north, 15 miles out, so you have 5 miles to get set up. That way we're not intercepting it right at 10, and then we have to start turning and doing all this stuff.
Okay.
Alright, so you can give me a left turn to heading about 150.
November 4 Tango Alpha, you can contact Houston Approach 1343. You have a good flight, good day.
Eastwood Airport, 64 Tango Alpha, contact Houston Approach.
Boston Approach 134.3. Have a good day. 64 Tango Alpha.
Pilatus 9 Tango X-ray, Houston Approach is on 1343, and your squawk could be 4622.
Left turn heading of east, 120 actually.
Sounds good, 134.3, 4622, not Tango X-ray.
College Station Tower, yep.
Yes, I am. Is that Envoy 3666?
Yep, you got it, sir. Visual approach, runway 17.
Envoy 3666 Eastwood Tower, good afternoon. You're number 2, you're following your original jet company there.
I'm trying to get you out kind of far.
And you're clear to land, and the winds are
we'll just do a nice
16010.
gradual turn. We'll pull some power out.
Runway 17, clear to land, Envoy
We'll go back to intercept our radial. Actually, give me this. Let's do a right turn to re-intercept the radial. That way we don't intercept it right at 10 miles, and that gives you a little more time. So let's do a nice wide turn to come all the way back around.
Phone short, not Tango X-ray.
Increasing our distance instead of taking away our distance.
Ready to 4275, your right turn there at Hotel 1, right on Hotel. And you maintain this frequency to the gate, you can cross runway 29er.
Right on Hotel 1, Golf to the gate. Remain and cross runway 29, remain with you, Commander 4275.
Cool. Alright, we're almost back on the radial. We're at 12 miles, so we got a couple miles till the 10.
And Tower, just want to verify. That's Hotel 1, Hotel cross runway 29.
5,500 feet.
To the gate.
You're on the radial.
4275.
Perfect. Alright, so we are going to arc to the west side of the VOR at 10 miles. So our initial turn, if I was going to set it up, is going to be to a heading of west.
Okay.
So when we start at 10 miles, we're going to turn west. We're going to tune 10 degrees. And we're going to end our arc back on south. So we're going to tune 10 to the right. Too many T's. So course, and we will tune 10 to the right.
Okay.
But not quite yet, so we'll turn first and then we'll do that. So there's 10.
You're saying go that way?
No, we're turning to the left.
Okay.
To arc to the west side of the VOR, so start your turn now.
Envoy 3666, speed meeting at the right turn at Hotel 1.
Right there you go. So 010. So you should go all the way to heading west.
Won't make Hotel 1, 3666.
So it's your first 90-degree turn. We're starting
the first end at Hotel.
Yep, we're starting the arc.
And cross 29 on Hotel, this frequency to the gate.
Awesome. So now you're chasing your needle. So it's just the other way of doing it. Last time we were tuning the radial behind us, it was going away. This time you're tuning the radial in front of you. So the radial we have tuned, 010, is out ahead of us. When we cross it, it'll center, and we will tune 10, turn 10, and tune 10 again. So your hand should be on your heading bug right now. That's where it should live. So when the needle is centered,
runway 11.
Okay, on the go.
We're going that way, right?
17.
No, to the right.
Oh, you want to go to the north?
232 Eastern Tower, good afternoon. Plan to circle to the northwest for the right base.
Alright,
so 17, advise when commencing the circle.
Northwest of the right base, okay.
Alright, so turn 10, so start your right turn. Alright, course, now tune 10, so 020. Alright, good. Now we're just going to hold here till our needle recenters. Cool, so now we're crossing the 020, or the, sorry, 200 radial. So you've already got your heading bug set, so now you're going to, tune your 10.
Hawk 232, runway 17, you're clear to land, winds are 180 at 10.
Clear to land 17, Hawk 232.
Lattice 9, Tango X-ray, you can contact Houston Approach, 1343, have a good flight, good day.
We'll see you, good day, Outer Tango X-ray.
Tower 96 South, Mike, visual, runway 17.
King 96 South, Mike, Houston Tower, welcome home, runway 17, clear to land, winds are 170 at 10.
Cleared to land, runway 17, 96 South, Mike, glad to be back.
Hawk 232, will be a left at Charlie 1, left on Charlie, main S6 is a ramp, you can cross runway 29.
Charlie 1, left.
Look at your distance is staying like awesome. And we're going perfectly along the 10-mile radius line of the VOR.
Oh, nice. So I'm headed north now.
Yep. 2100, 10 miles out on our RNAV 17.
And where are we in relation to the VOR?
VOR is to our right.
Exactly, good. So we're on what radial from the VOR?
We are on
Eastwood Tower, Cessna 4323 Romeo. We're about
almost
10 miles to the southeast. We're requesting a full stop with
radio.
information.
So we're on the 270 radial.
4323 Romeo Eastern Time, good afternoon, and reported midfield, left downwind for runway 17.
Alright, good afternoon. We'll report midfield left downwind for runway 1723 Romeo.
And we want to end up on which radial when we end this?
The 360 radial.
Okay.
So where would our needle be pointing if we're on the 360 radial?
South.
Exactly. Good job.
Whoops. Pulling too hard on the
Much
stick.
to your left at Charlie 1 left on Charlie, maintenance fixes the ramp, you can cross runway 29.
Charlie 1, Charlie, cross 29 with you, 967.
I still have the other King Air?
Yeah, it's in maintenance right now.
Okay, I was just wondering, man. Haven't heard it in a while.
Yeah, probably a couple of weeks.
Copy that, thanks. You have a great weekend.
You too, thanks. Room 69, hopeful gear.
Room 69, Eastward, thank you. Runway 17, clear for the option, winds 170 at 10.
Room 69, clear for the option, runway 17.
Tower J3, southeast to south to McKenzie.
J3, just hold your position momentarily. J3, proceed on taxiway Charlie, cross runway 29, hold short of 17 on Charlie.
Proceed on Charlie, cross 29er and hold short of 17 J3.
Eastwood Tower, Skyhawk 16895, passing over Lake Bryan, inbound for touch and goes.
That's 16895, squawk 5356.
5356, 895.
16895, fly to the VOR and enter the downwind from there.
Fly to VOR, then entering downwind, 895.
Almost there.
Yep.
Rope 69, you can contact his approach on 1343.
1343 for Route 69.
Got a little away from it, so I'm trying to tighten it up a little bit.
Yeah, sounds good.
A3, crash runway 17 at Charlie to hotel, hold short of runway 29 on hotel.
Cross 17 on hotel and then hold short of 29, J3.
Eastwood Tower, 23 Romeo's midfield left downwind 17.
November 4323 Romeo, runway 17, you clear to land, winds are 18012.
Clear to land, runway 17, 23 Romeo, thanks.
Number 16895, once you come in for the right base to runway 17 and report 2 out, it'll be number 2 following a Cessna that's on a midfield left downwind for 17.
Right base, we'll report 2 out, number 2 for 17895.
Alright, so now turn inbound.
Yes, sir. Follow with your heading bugs. Put your heading bug on a heading of south. And, yeah, so, just try and get back on the radial. So if the radial hasn't come in yet, then just shallow it out. So wait for the radial to actually start coming in before you turn. I thought it would come a little quicker than that, but it did not. Other than that, really, really great arc. Look at that.
J3,
yeah, I got a little bit of way up here, but like pretty much the whole time you were right on it, which is very satisfying. Alright, so I'm going to teach you, we're going to go into College Station, I'm going to teach you how a real actual DME arc works. So this is just practice DME arcs. It's how you do the maneuver and all that. But when it's actually coupled with an approach, which is really the only thing you're going to see in the real world, I'll show you because College Station has one. I'll show you how it works.
Can I take these off for like 1 minute?
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, my control circle.
And grab a drink.
Sure.
Just after a while, they get to you.
Yeah, they get terrible.
Just want to look outside for a minute, get my eyes refocused.
Yeah.
95, again, you're number 2, you're following the Cessna that's on the left base to 170, you have them in sight.
Alright, number 2, right base, we're looking for that traffic, 895.
A95 should be about 12 o'clock there for 2 miles. He's about to turn final. He's about a half mile east of the final for 17.
We're looking at F5.
Alright.
Alright, your controls. So just fly me on a heading of due west, please. We're going to build an approach. I'm also going to teach you about how a localizer back course works, even though we have not gone over the localizer front course. But you do know how to track VORs, and it works extremely similar, and this is just a good opportunity to put it in. So I'm going to build this approach.
About a mile there.
Localizer back course 17.
We're still looking for that traffic, 8905.
There we go from Yober.
He's turning final right now.
Got that traffic in sight, 8905.
8905, you're number 2. You clear touch and go. On the go, you can make left close traffic. And he is a full stop. And the winds are 200 at 12.
Number 2 for touch and go on 17 and left turn, 895.
940. There, we're going to go ahead and activate that. Cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly out here to Yober. So at Yober, you can see we've got a GPS DME Arc the whole way around.
Okay.
I mean, it's still a DME Arc from the VOR. So we'll fly it using radials just to make sure that we're doing it correctly. So if we look at our approach plate, so here is an approach that has a DME Arc on it. It starts on the 299 radial. So we're going to go ahead and tune in on our course, 299. 299. And it thinks we're on ICLL, so I'm going to go ahead and switch that. Whoops, not one. Where am I going? Yeah, flip. And are we on COM or CDI 1 or 2? There you go. So, course, so I'm going to dial in the 299. Right there. So go intercept the 299 radial for me.
Okay.
At 5,500 feet.
Tower to the Romeo. We're going to park at Anson and then we'll be back out in a bit.
So give me a left turn to about a heading of 240.
Bravo, and then
let's go ahead and descend down to
the FBO.
Let's do 3,500.
Bravo, stay with you on this frequency and taxi FBO to the Romeo.
Actually, do 2,500. Get under the clouds. So pull some power back to about 20%.
Are you with me?
And take me to that heading.
Tower Road 69, 2006 DME on the ILS.
Road 69, East of Tower runway 17, you're clear to land, winds are 190 at 10.
Road 69, clear to land 17. Road 69, Brian gear.
Alright, so that needle's going to start moving in here somewhat soon.
Top the gear for Road 69.
Follow it in. Awesome. We'll chase it with our heading bugs. That should always be our first reaction in any turn, is to lead the turn with our heading bug. There you go. So your heading bug is set where it needs to be. We've still got 1,000 feet to go.
Sorry, got a little bird spiral on the departure end.
Caution for birds, departure end.
Alright, so now we are on the 299 radial. So this is when it can get a little bit trickier. What is a 90-degree turn from 299 to the right? So if we added 90 degrees to 299, what would that heading be?
29, 30.
Yeah, I think 0 to 9 or so. Make sure I'm doing that right.
0, yeah, 29.
So 299. Or we'll just call it 300. 31, 2, 3, 3, 4, 35, 6. That's north. 010, 020, 030. So yeah, 029. Cool. So we are flying outbound to Yober. So Yober is going to be identified on the GPS. We are 2 miles from Yober. At Yober, so right now you're just following your green needle. So at 2 miles from Yober, we are going to start a DME Arc to a final approach course for an approach to the college station.
2 short final, are you clear for the option? Winds are 190.11.
So you can take your heading bug right now and just set it on 029.
And I have that traffic in sight, 805.
Thank you.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and grab ATIS.
Aircraft, use 118.5.
Right, so we have less than a mile till Yober.
8.5 for all Tower Falcons. Wind 190 at 10. Visibility is 10.
Then what are we going to do?
Turn right to that heading.
Okay.
Temperature's 33, dew point 22, altimeter is 2988. Low clouds back course, on approaching you, eastwards landing runway 17. Notice Demon. Taxiway guards closed. Call station TAC and azimuth out of service.
Alright, so now, going to, you started your initial turn.
Left at Charlie 1, left on Charlie, and maintenance 60 to the ramp, you can cross runway 2.
Alright, so now, let's tune. So, our inbound course is what I like to do here. So, course,
all aircraft,
and we're just going to left off, you can,
118.5 for all Tower
I see you, okay. We're just going to go that way.
Visibility is 10.
So the reciprocal, whatever the heading was,
Scattered clouds 4,000.
so 299, the reciprocal of that should be 119.
Altimeter is 2988. Low clouds back course, on approaching you, eastwards landing runway 17.
So when your needle deflects, we'll do our turn 10, tune 10. So we should still be on our current heading.
Out of service. Aircraft request approach, short services, contact use approach on 134.3.
Away from it.
Yeah, so you, if you want to go a little bit to the right, you can tighten it up.
Contact information, India.
Alright, but not too much, not more than about 10 degrees. Alright, so your needle is all the way off. So now, turn 10.
1953 Zulu.
And tune 10.
All aircraft, use 118.5 for all Tower Falcons.
I'm just going to recenter our needle. Right there now, 130.
Wind 190 at 10. Visibility is 10.
And keep our heading. We don't want to go more than about 10 degrees. Don't worry about the check.
Temperature 33, dew point 22, altimeter is 2988. Low clouds back course, on approaching you, eastwards landing runway 17. Notice Demon. Taxiway guns
closed. We're doing it like before, right?
Call station TAC and azimuth out of service.
There
Aircraft request approach, short services, contact use approach on 134.3. We have hot departures, advise the direction of flight. Files and is contact information, India.
We have India. Alright, and days back to 2500. Cool. Your needle is centered, or getting centered. And Eastwood Tower, CIrrus 344 Delta Golf.
November 344 Delta Golf, Eastwood Tower.
CIrrus 344 Delta Golf, we're about 10 miles to the north on a practice DME for the back course 17 and bound full stop. We have India, full stop taxi back.
And just report the final approach fix inbound for runway 17.
Roger that, for the final approach fix for 174 Delta Golf, thanks.
I'm back on. So
yeah, this looks awesome right here. And this is in the real world. You've got a published arc on the GPS to just kind of follow. Right. So you've got your heading where it should be. It's perpendicular to where your needles should be, and we're at about 7 miles. Which
good afternoon. You
that isn't accurate because it's on zone in because it's sequenced. But from the actual VOR, you're about
10 minutes after the
14 miles.
Control frequency be 134.3. Squawk 2561.
That might have been for us. No, I think that was him getting clearance. Anyway, CLL, so you're 14 miles away.
And just follow this out when you push back, they are metering.
Cool. Procedure.
Just changed my...
I know. Anyway, here, you're following this white arc right here.
Okay.
And then, oh, did it flip that around?
It flipped it.
Yeah. That was frustrating. I don't like doing it on the actual published one versus the radials. Anyway, if you do it on autopilot, you just set the GPS and it will fly the course itself, but...
Okay.
And let's go, yeah, because it changed stupid localizer. Okay, so we'll get the autopilot to do it. So we're going to go procedure. I'm going to activate my vector to final. And let's do approach mode, play level change, and we're going to do autopilot. Alright, so I got autopilot set. So we're going to go ahead and talk about the localizer back course.
17, clear to land, winds at 20011.
Clear to land, 17, 805.
Alright, so we're going to tune this in for the localizer. And our final approach course heading is going to be
Tower citation 378 Tango Mike
166
with runway 13 expect.
Roll mode, I'm going to go to nav. Course select, roll mode. Put that in here. Activate. Go over here. Okay, fine. Heading mode, we'll do that. It's just too far out that it won't get it. Okay. Alright, so you don't need to know a whole lot about this approach. But whenever, so let's say we're trying to intercept this needle. If we're chasing a needle, what direction do we turn? Into the needle or away from the needle?
You want to turn into the needle.
We want to turn into the needle. So on our, on a back course approach, we end up turning away from the needle, which is super interesting.
Okay. Opposite.
So, yep. We're heading a little bit to the left. We're at 2500, this looks good. Alright, so there's two different ways we can kind of have it tuned. Right here, it's tuned outbound. So it's facing outbound, so we're turning into it. The appropriate way to do it is if you tune the needle to your inbound course, it is just going to go the opposite direction. So to bring it back center, you fly away from it.
Right.
So that's how a localizer back course works.
Okay.
Alright. Course. Tune our inbound course of 166. There we go. Okay. So it's treating it like a localizer now. So we're going to disconnect this and I'm just going to demonstrate it to you, then I'll give controls back to you in a moment and let you try it. So if I turn towards my course, I'm actually getting off course to the left.
Yep.
So in order to get back on course, I'm going to go here, I'm going to fly away from it, no more than about a 30-degree intercept angle, and watch it come back into the center, and then you can verify what we're doing with the course over here on the right side.
Yep, I see that.
Alright, so it starts coming back to the center.
Bravo, this week's ramp, have a good day.
Bravo, good day, 895.
Alright, so as we get closer to our course, the needle comes back to the center. So I'm going to give you controls here. So your controls. Your controls. Hit our message. That's not. Alright. So if the needle goes to the left, you're going to go to the right, pull it back in.
Altimeter is 2987, 2987.
And then if you, if the course comes to the right, you're going to go to the left. So just picture that there's a rope tied to the back of the airplane, tied around the needle, and you're pulling it back to the center. So you're going to have to kind of go the opposite direction of wherever it is.
So this is the localizer there that we're tuned into?
This is, yes sir.
Okay.
Speed at 4874 request clearance.
But the vertical part doesn't work?
Nope. So I'll give you some step downs here in a moment.
Speed at 4874, Sweden, good afternoon. You clear the George Herbert Walker Bush Houston Intergalactic Airport. As filed. On departure, maintain 3000. Expect 7000. 10 minutes after departure. Departure total frequency will be 134.3.
Alright.
Squawk 4607.
Try that. There we go.
Should I take these
clear
off
to Houston
now,
and
or?
Nope. Bob maintains 3,000.
No, I just want you to practice keeping that needle centered. Hey, you can pull out some power, slow us down to about 120. We're coming up. We're about 3 miles from our final approach.
We're back, correct, and just give me a call when you push. I have to call for your release also.
Thanks, sir.
That's look good. You do a great job keeping the needle centered.
Wood Tower, Cessna 172, runway Kilo on the south ramp, request taxi.
You can just stay 2500 yet, we're not quite to our Papa descent.
172, runway Kilo, East Baton, good afternoon, taxi runway 17, via Lima Alpha.
17 via Lima Alpha, 172, Romeo Kilo.
This is 9291 uniform, Eastwood, you inbound?
Alright, so now we can go down to 2,000 feet.
Passed over Snook with Juliet inbound, full stop.
And if you follow this little V right there, that'll give you a fake glide path, so you don't get down there too fast.
17.
5346, report to midfield, right downwind 17, 9291 uniform.
And Tower 2, McKeel to eastbound.
Yeah, eastbound, thank you.
There's 2,000. And Tower 6344 Delta Golf, final approach fix.
This is 44 Delta Golf, runway 17, you clear to land, the winds are 17012.
17 clear to land, 344 Delta Golf. Alright, so you can go down to 940, and I'll take controls for a second.
Your controls.
And you can take your hood off. Alright, see the runway?
Yep.
Really good job keeping this centered. So you've kind of got the...
I got you as Blackbird 062.
So you've kind of, your controls, you've kind of got the touch of it, it's not huge heading intercept changes, it's just really small ones to keep that needle centered. So if it starts going one way, just a really small change to get it back to centered. When it's a back course, you fly the opposite direction of the needle. When it's a front course, you fly into the needle.
Okay.
Alright, so you can go ahead and do flaps 50 for me. And just fly the rest of the approach like it's VFR and like normal. And we'll do a full stop taxi back.
Okay.
We've been cleared to land runway 17. You've been to College Station, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever eaten here?
Never. No.
So old
Blackbird 172.
taxi by the diner, you can see it.
San Antonio International Airport via Craze, Marks, the Bronze 3 arrival, San Antonio. On departure maintained at 3,000. Expect 8,000 10 minutes after departure. Departure total fix will be 134.3, squawk 4227.
I'm at that 940.
Awesome, so that would be your minimums. If you didn't see the field at this point, we'd go missed. If you see the field, you continue. You're going to do flaps 100.
That is correct. Your rest reback is correct. And just advise when you're ready to taxi.
91 uniforms on the right, midfield downwind.
9291 uniform, your number 2. You're following a CIrrus on about a mile final. Just advise when you have inside.
He's inside, 291 uniform.
91 uniform, thank you. Number 2, runway 17. You're clear to land, winds are 17012.
Altitude.
Number 2, clear to land, runway 17, 9291 uniform.
I'm a little high.
Looking, according to the Vassies, you look good. And you're pretty much right on speed.
172, yes, sir. Yes, sir. The first one is Craze. That's Charlie, Romeo, Alpha Yankee Sierra. Then Marks, that's Mike, Alpha Romeo, Charlie Sierra. The Brown 3, that's Bravo, Romeo, Alpha, Uniform, November 3.
Not going to make it.
Sorry.
Go to the next one.
Yes, sir, anytime.
Turn.
Yeah.
44 Delta Golf.
Oh, your controls?
Next time ask me for the 180, that's fine, and just exit at Bravo.
Sorry about that, exit at Bravo, 4 Delta Golf.
You going back out to 17 or are you coming into the ramp?
We're going back out to 17, 4 Delta Golf.
44 Delta Golf. Taxi to 17 via Lima Alpha. What's your direction of flight?
Lima Alpha, and you can say west.
Lima Alpha and departing to the west.
Westbound, thank you.
Alright, cool. Okay, so we'll stop here, and you can do your after landing flow. So boost pump can come off, and flaps can come to 50, recert can go on, and then I like safe taxi, so you can scroll that all the way in to the airport diagram. Alright, and landing light can come off. Alright, and then Alpha is right there.
Yep.
We'll just go all the way back down.
You didn't like that turn, right?
Nah, that's okay. So that right there is the diner. Don't go park over there though. If you ever come to eat here, go park over here with the GA airplanes. That's all military, so they'll get upset if anyone goes over there. So if you go park over here with the GA airplanes, they'll come out here with a little golf cart and they'll come pick you up.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hello, we don't need you, sorry. There's the Texas A&M King Air, which is kind of cool.
Which one?
Over there on the right.
Oh, yeah. I like that FedEx Caravan, too.
Yeah, that thing's super cool. FedEx.
9-1 uniform, left of Bravo, this week's to the ramp.
Left of Bravo, this week to the ramp, 9-1 uniform.
Eastwood Tower 172 Romeo Kilo on Alpha, holding short 17, ready for takeoff.
Sweet. All right, so we'll do the GPS, set us back up to go to Georgetown, and we'll head back over there.
Takeoff, winds are 16012.
Clear for takeoff on 17, left turnout, 172 Romeo Kilo.
Tower J3, McKenzie to south ramp.
J3, proceed on taxiway hotel. Cross 29, hold short of 17 on hotel.
Proceed on hotel, cross 29 and hold short of 17 on hotel, J3.
Ground level 3666. We're starting up now. I'll be ready to taxi momentarily.
We'll call for you right now.
Thanks.
Alright, and we'll stop here. I like this whole short line, so you get to actually see finally. You don't have to like crane your neck. We'll do our before takeoff.
Okay.
Low. We'll start with the boost pump.
Boost pump.
We can go fullest tank, which is the left tank.
Yep. Recirc off.
Awesome.
Landing light on. Oil pressure.
It's fine, yeah, just having set low RPM settings. Alright, and we can switch our CDI back to GPS. Cool. Yep. So, with that DME Arc, if I was ever to do that DME Arc in the real world, not a training environment, I would just set the autopilot and let it do it. All you have to do with that is approach in nav mode, and it'll fly the whole thing for you.
Okay.
Trying to do the radials I thought would work better than it does with this airplane. Juggling the nav versus the actual like VOR radials can just be a lot. So yeah, I would just do approach mode and nav mode and let it do the whole arc for you. Overall, you got the basis idea of it. Wherever your needles are, for whatever radial you're on, your heading should be about 90 degrees offset to that. Your arc, your 10-mile arc all the way around here was literally, it was fantastic. So do you have questions about those while we're here?
No. I'm just gonna review the video and practice them at home.
Yeah, sounds good.
So Easterfield there, let them know.
Yep, Easterwood Tower.
Easterwood, that's it, Easterwood.
I don't know where that name came from.
Easterwood
Sherwood Tower, Cirrus November 344 Delta Golf, holding short, runway 17.
Ground envoy 3666, taxi with India.
Envoy 3666, taxi runway 17 via Foxtrot, I let you go at 09.
17 via Foxtrot, understand 9 minutes out, ground envoy 3666.
And Cirrus 34 Delta Golf, you said you're ready to go?
Ready to go, 4 Delta Golf.
Cirrus 344 Delta Golf, correction, runway 17, clear for takeoff. Right turn out to the west is approved.
Right turn out to the west, runway 17, 4 Delta Golf.
Alright, final is clear.
Speed's alive.
Everything's in the green. Yeah, if it starts bouncing like that too, just take a little bit of back pressure. Or bring in a little bit of back pressure to take some weight off the nose wheel.
Okay. I love this big runway.
I know, it's nice. Alright, nose can come up to the horizon, that way we'll actually have positive rate of climb. There we go.
Boy, I probably can roll you in 4 minutes.
3666, Roger.
Okay.
600.
Caps available.
Alright, we can go to our home page. We'll zoom all the way out, there you see things. And you got an altitude set, perfect.
Yep.
Tower J3 is holding short of 35.
J3, you can cross runway
I might be done with these for the day.
Hold short of 29 on Charlie.
That's fine, I don't care.
Do
you like these or?
Well, it's better than that huge helmet thing.
Yeah. I guess you don't wear glasses either, so that doesn't help. Yeah. So these two, oh, that would suck. Never mind. I was gonna say you can't just flip them up, but that doesn't do anything. Yeah, that's fine. I think
J3, copy, hold short of 29 on Charlie.
I was gonna set them back here.
Hold short of 29 on
Yeah,
Charlie.
I had some fajitas for lunch.
Really? Oh, it's not setting super hot with you?
Well, after a while, I mean,
yeah.
I had those on for a couple hours, right?
Yeah.
Close to it.
Yeah. That's the wonderful world of IFR training. Luckily, when you get your rating, you'll pretty much never have to touch them again.
Yeah, thank God. Clouds are better than having those
Agreed,
on.
Those are the worst.
It's something with it being so close to your eyes that makes you a little nauseous.
Yep, it's a huge pain in the ass. Well, you can't see outside, so things are moving. It's like getting seasick, you know? It's just weird.
J3, crush 29 on Charlie.
But I did learn a lot there.
J3,
I got
cross
a lot
runway
to
29 on
review,
Charlie.
though.
Good.
Cross 29 on
Good.
Charlie, J3.
That's what is important. Yeah, the DME Arcs, you're never really going to use them in the real world much, except for, like I said, that published one, and at that point, just let the autopilot take it over, and that will make a lot more sense. When you start doing approaches and using the autopilot on approaches, it'll make sense how to program it for that.
Okay.
The only thing you need to know for your stage 1 check is they'll probably have you do just like a DME Arc like we were doing, you know, intercept 15 miles on this radial, arc to the west until you hit this radial. That'll pretty much be it.
Commuter 4874, we're just shortly about to get ready to push off the gate.
Commuter 4873, I'll call for you also.
Thanks, sir.
So, question. Even
Yes.
a little cloud like that, you're not allowed to fly through, or can you?
You're not supposed to. I don't know. I think if I can see through it, I'm not
Blackbird
super worried
172,
about it,
switch
but
to
legally,
runway
yeah, you're not supposed
Lima
to.
Alpha.
Well, it's nice to see what it's like, because I definitely, when we hit a little bit of a cloud at one point,
Yeah.
and you definitely feel the turbulence.
Yeah.
Runway 17, runway heading up to 3000, clear for takeoff, envoy 3660.
Yeah, I went to Louisiana yesterday with a student.
This is 44
and
Delta Golf, frequency change approved, good day.
Roger that, good day, 4 Delta Golf, thanks. And we were going through some like cumulus clouds, not cumulonimbus, just cumulus clouds. We were on an IFR flight plan. And every time you go through it, I feel like you hit a speed bump.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Those are the worst. Right?
yeah, when you get into stage 2, I highly recommend you'll do most of your training in actual instrument conditions. So like if you show up on a day where the ceiling's really low, and you're practicing approaches, you'll get a lot of actual time. You'll get a lot of like time in the clouds too. So you'll get experience with it before you actually get your rating. It's just in stage 1 you can't because of the maneuvers that we have to do. It's hard to file a flight plan for that.
Yep.
Yeah, you should definitely get some good time in actual. Which, when I got my instrument rating, I had 1.3 of actual. I'd only flown in clouds for an hour and 18 minutes. It's crazy to think that you get rated to do it, but you've never actually really done it. Kind of like being a CFI. You get rated to be a CFI, but I never taught people.
Osmore Tower, 24501, reporting 5 miles to the south.
Do you think you'll ever buy your own plane?
I don't know. I'd love to own a CIrrus.
Yeah. 5666, contact Houston approach 134.3, good day.
34.3, good day,
yeah, they're great airplanes.
Just analyze how much I would use it versus just renting it.
Exactly.
Blackbird 172, you going to be ready to go reach the end?
What would you do here?
Will you be ready when getting to the end, or you need a 1 minute run up?
Yeah. We'll see if we're under them or directly in them.
Yeah.
I would just choose a different altitude, probably.
65?
Yeah. Let it level out here, get us under this cloud. And then, you've encountered accidental IMC. If you're in accidental IMC, you turn around and go back the other direction and just try and maintain straight level. So now, go back up to 65. Yeah, and then flight level change. And then down to 96. And then full power. Oh, you're already at full power.
Yeah, I was thinking 45 was going to be right at the cloud level.
Yeah.
Because we were at 55 before.
4874, taxi runway 17 via Foxtrot.
Runway 17 via Foxtrot, commuter 4874.
That guy has a cool accent. I should sounded that cool over the radios. I was flying with a guy in a 22 this morning, or 22 turbo. Man, that thing climbs like nobody's business. We were going, like, doing emergency descents and maneuvers, and we'd go all the way down to like 1,000 above the ground, and within maybe 5 minutes we were back up like 8,000 feet. Oh, it's crazy.
Oh, wow.
Eastwood ground, but international from my captain.
Have you flown the 22 before?
Aviation,
No.
Requesting VFR flight.
I definitely recommend doing it at some point. It's an experience.
So it climbs like nothing?
Yeah, it climbs a lot better than this one.
Like a rocket ship.
964, Mike Alpha, I'm sorry, what airport were you going to? I missed that.
Delta to the Bravo, Horseshoe Bay, and we'd like 8,500.
Okay, you can taxi out to 17 via Lima Alpha. And what type of aircraft are you?
Nancy B36, and that's Lima Alpha, for my Alpha.
Thank you.
Eastern Tower, Roughneck 856, Navy T6. We're 3,500 feet, about 15 miles to the southwest. We're going to be coming in for the overhead runway. What's up?
Roughneck.
Roughneck 856, Eastern Tower, report the 2-mile initial for runway 17.
Report 2-mile initial, runway 17, 856.
So do you think you'll ever be able to get your kids to actually fly with you?
I don't know, maybe.
Is that disappointing?
Eastwood Tower, good afternoon. Archer 654, Juliet 3000, descending 1,500.
Yeah,
Information,
and
we're going to be doing a touch and go, going back to hooks.
Yeah.
Or if it would make them sick.
Yeah. Just
Probably
kind of
for the best.
Gonna kind of let them do their own thing. I forget, do you have all boys or you have a daughter as well?
Just 2 boys.
Just 2 boys? Okay.
November 654, Juliet, Eastern Tower, report midfield.
It'd be cool if you could get one of them hooked on it and then
report to
want to do it as a career.
Runway 17, 654, Juliet.
Then you get flight benefits.
I think they're friends.
November
Like
6 Mike Alpha,
Yeah.
squawk 4567, 4567, used approach 134.3.
4567, 134.3, for my Alpha.
Blackbird 172, you ready to go?
Yeah, I think it's funny. You're like the.
ready for IFR release.
I would probably consider when I was in high school the cool dad who takes everyone flying, even though his own kids don't want to go. Like, that's pretty badass.
Runway heading 3000, Blackbird 172, thank you for help.
And Eastwood Tower, 934 McGab is also ready to go at Alpha 17.
As we keep climbing, I'll pull our mixture back, just keep it at the top of the green.
I'll get you going here momentarily.
Less fuel you have to burn. That green is pretty much a safe range for us to have the fuel, but if you pull it too far down, it'll spike your engine temperatures and probably make the engine shudder.
Everything's nice and green down there.
It is.
812 Echo Alpha.
Had plenty of rain this year.
Yep.
Well, just north of Ashton Aviation, I have Juliet, and we're going over to Waco, ready to taxi.
Say 12 Echo Alpha, taxi runway 17 via Lima Alpha.
17 via Lima Alpha, 2 Echo Alpha.
964 Mike Alpha, runway 17, clear for takeoff. Right turn out to the west, approved, winds are 17012.
Right turn approved, 17, clear for takeoff, for my Alpha.
Blackbird 172, contact East approach 134.3.
172, contact me, Houston, approach on 1.
That's good. All right, we can do our cruise checklist.
134.3.
Oh, you did cool. Right.
I just took pull it. Pretty simple. It's just pulling the
I think it's
power back.
141 Whiskey
Fuel
Papa.
pump, mixture.
14 Whiskey Papa, report to final 36 inbound for runway
And
17.
landing light.
All right, buddy. You know, I think we're just going to skip it. Just scoot on in if that's all right.
Perfect.
Got any traffic ahead?
Oh yeah, you got traffic ahead of you. You got a text 2 coming up for the overhead.
All right, we'll just kind of pull it back. I didn't load the approach well, so we're just going to fly it on in. 1 Whiskey Papa.
Meet at 4874, you ready to go?
Hey, Sam, ready to go, 4824.
Meet at 4874, runway 17, fly the runway heading, maintain 3000, clear for takeoff.
Runway 17, maintain 3000, fly the runway heading. 17, cleared for takeoff, 4874.
Go to press that. I realized.
Citation departing head of your arrival.
Alright, 18 clear to land, 550.
Down, tower, Musketeer, 449 Oracle Mike 13.
Yeah, so what's your goal to get instrument done?
By the end
Musketeer, 9 Echo Mike, George Sun Tower, squawk 0616.
0616, 9 Echo Mike.
Well, I think you'll have hopefully pretty good weather all summer now that the rainy season's over. Be able to not have many obstacles in your way. Hopefully you're not sending off another 5 instructors though.
Yeah. My luck, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you.
Sure.
I kind of like this. Whoops. Does that bother you, flying like that?
No, I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
901 Pop Alpha, turn left.
That makes sense to me because
it's more situational awareness for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Because then when they'll say come in on 18, yeah, I can look at this, but
70, Georgetown,
exactly.
You got to orient yourself.
Yeah. Maintain 3000, runway 18, clear for takeoff.
Yeah, definitely just preference. If that makes more sense to you, I highly recommend flying that way.
November 51 Tango, I can't see your altitude, it's blocked right now, but there is traffic.
Most of my flying was in the other mode, but when I got the sim at home, the default was this mode, and I'm like, I like this so much better.
Join Alpha and taxi northbound.
Because there would be times where he would say to do something, and I'd be a little confused as to where I was and where that was. Versus this, I know exactly.
Yeah.
A lot quicker.
Yep, like if I asked you, is that to the north, south, east, or west of us?
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
You asked me that when we're in the other mode, I need to reference this.
Exactly, exactly.
It's like a two-step process.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's smart. If that makes more sense for you, that's what you should do. Where did I put my pin? Oh, right there.
So how far into the first stage am I?
Pretty decent. GPS plans, intercepting, tracking. Kind of did that. Do a flight plan. Oh yeah, we did a flight plan in there. So I skipped the partial panel stuff. So we've done lesson 1, we've done lesson 2, we've done lesson 3, except we haven't done, did we ever do stalls under the hood?
Yeah.
We did? Okay. I think I marked them off the first lessons. Yeah, we did. You're supposed to review them for the other ones. It's just kind of up to the discretion of your instructor. But we finished lesson 3. Did that.
Jet card 70.
Lesson 4, I want you to fill out the comm fail thing on here as well, just to have with here. We did 2 of these today, time turns and steep turns, and then you'll do them probably partial panel next time. Vacuum system, we don't have a vacuum system, so I crossed that one out. But you'll do partial panel flight, electrical systems failure, compass turns, all that.
November 5 Pop Alpha.
Lesson 5 is all partial panel. You do the vertical S, which is what we did last time. So 500 feet up, 500 feet down, 4 up, 4 down, 3 up, 3 down. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Cool. So you'll do that, partial panel next time. And you'll do the IFR pattern, which is that one, partial panel. And then you'll work on, we might finish this up today. So you have lesson 6 done. And then talk about Victor Airway navigation. And then we finished lesson 7, which was the DME Arcs and where you know how to navigate on a GPS. We just talked about that. Next, you need to do, I'm not really going to fill this out because we didn't go over a whole lot of how to do a localizer.
November 430 Delta.
I'll probably do that one. So we've tracked the localizer back course, so mark that one off. Lesson 9 is your stage 1 check. So you're pretty close. You just need to go work on localizers with your next instructor, and you need to do the partial panel stuff. And then just some more of the ground prep for stage 1, which is primarily just going to be about the systems of the G1000.
Okay.
So, yeah, but I mean, you've got a lot of lessons done, so and also you're like, for the few times we've flown, you're ahead of really where you need to be, so I think the simulator's helping a lot, so just keep doing what you're doing, and that's going to make this go really fast.
Just because
like when I ask you to do steep turns under the hood, when I ask you to do time turns, you've got that stuff down. Like we don't have to do it multiple times.
Right.
So keep doing what you're doing. I think that'll really help. Work on partial panel in your simulator, so take a sticky note And what you're either going to do is you're going to get these two failed or these two failed.
Okay.
So they'll either put a sticky note over your HSI and your attitude or your airspeed and your altimeter airspeed. And you're going to have to fly around using your standbys and your compass. So you'll do, if they cover these two, they'll probably give you straight and level 360 degree turns. You'll have to use the compass, and then you'll still have your airspeed and altitude up there. If they cover the side two, they'll probably give you climbs and descents, and you'll have to use your backup instruments right there.
Okay.
So, yeah, just go home and practice partial panel stuff. And you've got, you know, a whole bunch of the maneuvers and stuff. Unusual attitudes, you'll do. We didn't do it this time because I realized this lesson, they just want you to do it partial panel. So you'll do partial panel unusual attitudes next time. So you'll pick up on lesson 4, you'll do lesson 5. And then we're going to go finish this on the ground today, so you don't have to do it next time. And we'll talk about Victor Airway navigation.
Okay.
So, and we'll kind of, it's supposed to be in flight, but we don't have any Victor Airways between Georgetown and Syntex, or in College Station. So how do you navigate on Victor Airways? Do you know what a Victor Airway is?
Yeah, it's a low airway.
November 6th,
yeah, so it's an IFR airway in between two VORs.
Yeah.
So you can...
Or fixes or...
Yeah. Well, so the Victor Airways just go between VORs. They use radials and they use your VOR radios. So if we were going from College Station, let's say over to Syntex down here, there's probably a Victor Airway between those two. We would, leaving College Station, so if you open up your iPad for me and go to your maps page, and let's change this to IFR low. Alright, so, yep, here's a Victor Airway, Victor 565 from Syntex to College Station. So if we had left College Station, we would have tuned College Station and flown a 249 heading outbound, because it's the 249 radial.
Right.
So there are some fixes in between, but we would be navigating via our nav radios. So whatever this was, 113.3, when we fly 249 outbound, this airway is 21 miles long, or that is not right. It is 59 miles long, yeah. Yeah, it is 59 miles long, which is indicated by that little box. And then when you start getting closer over here, you could tune in the 070 radial, which would be the opposite direction heading, inbound to the Syntex VOR. So if you want to find the opposite direction heading, you would add, or you just do the math to find the 180 degree difference. I have a whole rule, or a whole method to doing it, but it doesn't make sense to everyone, so I'll talk to you about it on the ground, but on the air. And you could just find the opposite heading and track that inbound.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Do you want me to pick up the weather real quick?
Yep, go for that.
November 6th, Alpha Whiskey, turn left at taxiway Delta, remain this frequency, taxi Alpha runway 18.
George, Thunder, 8 is Mission Whiskey, time 2050, Silly weather, wind 170 at 11, visibility 10 miles. Sky condition, few clouds at 4,000. Temperature, tree, dew point 22, altimeter 29er, 89er. Visual approach, runway 18 in use. Bird advisories are in effect. VFR departures, advise when there's contact direction of flight. Advise you have Edis Whiskey.
Whiskey.
George, Thunder, 8 is Mission Whiskey.
Alrighty.
So just tell them we're inbound for, what are we going to do?
So we're still 25 miles away.
Oh, yeah.
So you can tell them when
15.
we're, yeah, like 10 to 15. And we'll just be, if you want to do touch and goes, we can. We'll just be full stop, so the only thing we need to do. So you just tell them we'll be full stop.
Yeah.
And then we'll work on our descent. So when do you want to start descending down to pattern?
So we're up pretty high, 65.
Let's
At
get
15,
your 9 Echo Mike,
is that
able
too
turn
high?
left taxiway Juliet and connect.
Too high for 15?
No, that's probably about right. So the way that I do it give yourself 3 miles for every 1,000 feet you want to lose. So let's say we're going to roughly, it's 1,800, let's say it's about 1,500 or so. So 65 minus 15 is what? We need to lose 5,000 feet. So it's 5 times 3. 15, exactly. So just do that 3 nautical miles for every 1,000 feet, and that'll give you your distance. So when that says 15, we'll start a descent. And that is assumed you're doing 500 feet per minute, and then we can call them at 10.
So you wait till 10?
Yeah,
November 18,
you can do it at 15 too, going. It really doesn't matter a whole lot.
I called them at 19 yesterday.
Oh yeah. The more help you can give them, I'm sure they won't be mad about it.
Well, they were super busy, that's why.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get that done before I got too close.
Exactly.
So I might start the descent and call at the same time.
That's fine with me.
This was my maneuver practice spot. As most people's, I think.
Yeah.
Especially from Pilot's Choice.
Yep. We all come out here over Granger Lake. I was just looking and thinking, this is probably the last time I'm going to fly over this lake for a very long time.
Georgetown Tower, that's true. Whiskey, requesting a full stop, taxi back. November 612 Whiskey, runway, November 612 Whiskey, continue downwind. Continuing downwind, 612 Whiskey.
I remember my first day of getting here and getting oriented and figuring out where the practice area was, the lake and everything.
What's your actual on course heading?
We'll be going
now it's the last
north,
day.
360, 585 in November.
It's crazy how a year goes by. The days are super long, but the years seem to be super short.
Favor takeoff, runway 18, right downwind departure, 585 November Yankee.
Georgetown Tower, Warrior 8405, Mike is about 13 miles to the east with Whiskey, landing full stop.
November 8405 Mike, Georgetown Tower, squawk 0614.
0614, 05 Mike.
November 612 Whiskey, runway 18, base turn approved, clear to land.
Base approved, or runway 1862 Alpha Whiskey.
Georgetown Tower, CIrrus November 344 Delta Golf, 15 miles to the west inbound for landing, full stop with Whiskey.
CIrrus 344 Delta Golf, Georgetown Tower, squawk 0624.
And also, real quick, tell them
0624.
We're to the east.
Correction, we're to the east, sorry about that. 4 Delta Golf.
Roger.
Perfect. All right.
Aztec 585 November Yankee, let me change your direction to a left downwind departure.
Your transponder.
Departure, 585 November Yankee.
There you go.
November 8405 Mike, fly direct to field, expect left traffic, runway 18.
Direct to field, expecting left traffic, 1805 Mike.
Georgetown Tower, Tomahawk 2446 November, what about 10 miles east?
Wouldn't be the first time I've told them I was in the
Tomahawk 2446 November, Georgetown Tower, verify.
Normally it's because this is set. I was just in a rush and I wasn't thinking properly.
Yes, Whiskey and squawk.
Yeah, east and west will just give you two very different entries.
Tomahawk 46 November, affirmative.
That's alright. That's why we just go back and fix it.
With information with you. November 8405 Mike, traffic ahead, moving northwestbound 1,300, 2 miles of helicopter.
Looking for that.
We'll be looking for this guy. He's 2,000 feet below us.
That has not been acknowledged. Say again.
Archer 523 Kilo, 12 miles northeast, inbound full stop with information whiskey for runway 18.
November 523 Kilo, Georgetown Tower, squawk 0610.
Is that 523 Kilo?
Yes, sir, 523 Kilo, squawk 0610.
Squawking 0610.
November 344 Delta Golf, fly direct the airport for the left downwind runway 18.
Left downwind for runway 18, 4 Delta Golf.
November 4 Delta Golf, ahead and to your right, 3,400, maneuvering, looks like they're making circles out there, is a Tomahawk, about a mile straight ahead, 3,400 and a right turn northbound.
Looking for traffic, 4 Delta Golf. I don't even see them.
November 31 Kilo, fly direct to a 5 mile straight and final runway 18.
We'll fly 5 miles straight on runway for 118, 1 Kilo.
November 62 Alpha Whiskey, taxi via Delta Alpha runway 18.
Taxi via Delta Alpha 1862 Alpha Whiskey.
Tomahawk 2446 November, fly direct 4 mile final runway 18.
You see him?
Yep, they're going north.
Okay. Traffic inside 4 Delta Golf.
November 4 Delta Golf, roger. And November 4 Delta Golf, fly to the left base, runway 18, and keep your speed up if you can.
Could you repeat, please? 46 November?
What was that?
November 46 November, that call was for a different airplane, but for you, fly to a 5 mile straight and final runway 18, 46 November.
5 mile final for runway 18, 46 November.
And left base for 18, keep the speed up, 4 Delta Golf.
November 4 Delta Golf, affirmative.
Cool. Alright, so you can level off about right here and just keep your speed up, which we're at a good speed right now.
50 Mike Foxtrot Whiskey, 11 miles to the east, 2,500 feet, looking for the option if available.
November 50 Mike Foxtrot, Georgetown Tower, squawk 0612.
0612, 0 Mike Fox.
November 430, correction, November 840.
We'll really make it a high-speed approach.
10 o'clock, 1.5 miles.
Oh, he wants us to keep it up?
Yeah, he wants to keep the speed up.
Inbound to the airport.
Can I still descend, though?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. I was like...
Traffic inside, 05 Mike.
November 05 Mike.
He's just sequencing us in front of a slower airplane.
Faster than you are, just try to keep him in sight and let me know if you're unable.
Roger, following traffic, 05 Mike.
Georgetown Tower, Cessna 62 Alpha Whiskey, holding short of runway 18, requesting takeoff.
November 62 Alpha Whiskey, for this pass, fly right traffic, runway 18, clear for takeoff.
Fly right traffic, clear for takeoff, runway 18, 62 Alpha Whiskey.
November 344 Delta Golf, runway 18, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 18, 4 Delta Golf.
November 8405 Mike, keep your speed up behind that CIrrus, then your number 2, runway 18, clear to land.
Alright, so you can turn us a little bit more west. You can pull some power out.
For now, fly.
We are well in front of that dude, so we don't need to keep the speed up anymore.
270 on the heading, 50 Mike Fox.
Georgetown Tower, helicopter 58 Lima Echo is 7 miles to the northeast, going to be low-level operations over to Cyber.
Helicopter 58 Lima Echo, Georgetown Tower, roger.
There's our 1800.
November 50 Mike Foxtrot, traffic ahead and to your right, 3,200 is a Tomahawk.
And we're well under 150, so we can put the flaps into
3,200.
Contact, he's passing now, no factor.
Roger. November 60 Alpha Whiskey, fly runway heading, I'll call your right traffic for sequence. November 62 Alpha Whiskey, Georgetown Tower.
Turning 62 Alpha Whiskey.
November 62 Alpha Whiskey, fly runway heading for now, for sequence.
Altitude.
November 62 Alpha Whiskey, I see you on the crosswind there. Just go ahead and make right traffic.
Make right traffic onto downwind 62 Alpha Whiskey.
November 8405 Mike, I'm going to resequence you behind another aircraft. Suggest heading of 270.
Heading 270, 05 Mike.
November 31 Kilo, make a right turn westbound, and then once you're lined up with the runway, turn southbound straight in.
Turn right westbound, and we'll turn left straight in 18, 3 Kilo.
Tomahawk 46 November, turn westbound, and once you're lined up with the runway, fly straight in.
Turn on westbound, 46 November.
November 50 Mike Foxtrot, turn 10 degrees to the left.
10 left, 0 Mike Fox.
November 62 Alpha Whiskey, base to follow CIrrus traffic on short final, clear land runway 18.
Following CIrrus traffic, clear to land runway 18, 62 Alpha Whiskey.
November 62 Alpha Whiskey. I have traffic to follow you also, so keep it fairly close to that CIrrus. They are a full stop also.
Following real close to the CIrrus, and I will be requesting a full stop this time. Back to Genesis, 62 Alpha Whiskey.
Roger, you are clear to land 62 Alpha Whiskey.
Clear to land 62 Alpha Whiskey.
November 8405 Mike, traffic is the Cessna, wings up in the right base turn to follow their off to your left. On a right base, midway through the base turn, close in. That call was for 8405
A little
Mike.
fast, pull some power up.
We're looking for that traffic, 05 Mike.
November 05 Mike, they're straight into the runway now. You can join final from your present position and clear to land runway 18 straight to the runway, please.
Runway 18 straight to the runway, traffic in sight, 05 Mike.
That was absolutely
November
beautiful.
50 Mike Foxtrot, continue that left turn towards the runway. Traffic you're following is at your 11 o'clock, 1.5 miles, a Cherokee, 2,000 feet straight in.
Okay, I've got the traffic in sight, and we'll join final from out here, 0 Mike Fox.
November 31 Kilo, left to right at Juliet County Ground.
Right at Juliet 344 Delta Golf, thanks.
You bet. November 05 Mike, if I haven't already said so, you're clear to land runway 18.
Alright, so we're going to move up. We're going to give enough space, because that guy's coming here after us.
Runway 18 cleared.
So we'll just move up and leave enough space for a second airplane, so maybe up to this little blue cone right here.
Right.
Alright, and then we'll switch to ground and do our after landing flow.
Okay, traffic, I mean, full stop. Cleared, touch and go, 0 Mike Fox.
Yes, sir. Tomahawk 46 November, fly straight in runway 18.
Fly straight in, runway 18, 46 November.
November 62 Alpha Whiskey, back to Genesis, turn right at Juliet, and expedite clearing the runway.
Turning right on Juliet, back to Genesis, 62 Alpha Whiskey.
I didn't land with my landing light.
That's right.
Alright. It's Mare. Torch on ground, CIrrus November 344 Delta Golf, clear of runway 18 at Juliet, would like to go back to Genesis.
CIrrus 344 Delta Golf, first time around, taxi parking via Juliet.
Taxi back to Genesis via Juliet, 4 Delta Golf.
Yeah, the air is definitely a priority.
Yeah.
It is much needed. Yesterday, the flight we did to Louisiana was and the G2 that has no AC, and I was just like covered in sweat the entire flight. It was horrible. Like 5-hour flight.
I do not miss flying those other aircraft.
Nope, that is just the biggest perk of this one for sure.
I mean, once you fly a CIrrus, it's very hard to want to go back to the other aircraft.
Yeah. I even had one of my students in the G2 told me, he's like, yeah, never let me fly the G6 because I don't want to go back. One day he booked the G6. I'm like, you sure you want to do that? You're not going to go back. Like, it's not going to happen. You're going to feel the AC and you never want to go back. Sure enough, he switched over to the G6 like immediately. Never flew the G2 again. And so it's an even bigger step up.
How many G2s do you guys have?
Just one.
Okay.
Oh, right now. We really only ever have one at a time. We have two technically, but one is always in maintenance. So one's been in maintenance for the past like 6 or 8 months, and while that one's been up, and then they're going to flip. So when that one comes back up, this one's going to go down because they're both getting like avionics upgrades and stuff.
Yeah, I love the G6.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Georgetown, ground warrior 8405, Mike, clear of the active on Juliet, would like to taxi pumps.
8405 Mike, Georgetown ground, taxi to parking via Alpha 1.
05 Mike would like to taxi to pumps, actually, Georgetown ground.
Let's turn right on Echo to the fuel pumps.
Right on Echo to pumps, 05 Mike.
on that plane before.
Yeah. The pilot's choice.
The Warrior, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, just post back in the corner over here. Alrighty. And some left brake. Take your power out. Good enough. Cool. Alright, let's do, so make sure this is back at 1,000.
Okay.
Off both. Alright. Then just put this up right at 1,000 and make sure idle.
The first time ground, Archer 523 and Kilo holding short, Juliet, taxi back to 523.
523.